Hi Lincoln Charter School students, it's Mrs. Peterson here. Today we're going to be drawing snowflakes. So I'm holding my paper horizontally, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my name and my room number on the back of my paper in pencil. After I do that, I'm going to flip over my paper so that you can't see my name anymore. Okay, now I'm ready to draw those snowflakes. Now, you will get access to this worksheet right here, and this will help you draw your snowflakes, and this is what I'm going to be looking at when I draw. You'll either get a copy of this worksheet in person, or I'll put it online for you. So, let's get started. Now, I'm going to be drawing in marker, but my suggestion to you is you draw in pencil first, and then if you'd like, you can always go back and trace with marker. I'm just using marker so you can see it a little bit better. So we're going to be using today the Snowflake alphabet. And I'm going to show you how you can use these letters, X, I, V, Y, and O, to make endless combinations of snowflakes. Let me first show you how to draw a snowflake. To make a snowflake, and I'll start right here, I'm going to always start with the letter X. Then I'm just going to put a straight line across my letter X. All snowflakes have 6 points. They never have 8, they never have 7, they never have 5, they only have 6. And every single snowflake is unique. So I have the start of my snowflake, and now I'm ready to use the snowflake alphabet to add my extra details. And whatever I put on one of these little arms of my snowflake, I'm going to do the same thing on every one. For example, if I start with the letter V on the end, I need to go around and I need to put a V on every arm. The same with anything that I would want to add on to here. So maybe I just want to do a bigger letter V. This is a nice simple snowflake design. And I would do that all the way around my snowflake. And just like that, I have one snowflake made. Here's another way to make a snowflake. Remember, it always starts the same way. So I'm starting with what letter? I'm starting with my X. And then I'm putting a line right across the middle of my X. And then I can go in and use some other letters of my snowflake alphabet. So maybe I want to use a letter O. So I can put a circle in the middle, or I could put letter O's at the end of my snowflake. When I use the letter I, it's going to be more like a line. So I would just make lines. And don't forget, you have to do the same thing on every side of your snowflake. And maybe I want to go in and add one more set of letter V's. So now my second snowflake is completely different than my first snowflake. Let's do a couple more before you're ready to make your own. I start with my X, excellent. And then I put my line across, and after I make my 6-sided snowflake, I'm ready to decorate it however I would like. Maybe for this one I want to go in and add some letter Y's in between. How you do this is totally up to you. As long as you do the same thing and keep it symmetrical, your snowflake design will look beautiful no matter what you do. Maybe I want to do some letter O's again. Your design is totally up to you. And I think I'm going to do some little tiny V's right on the end. Just make sure you don't forget any of the points. Okay, I'm going to do about 2 more, and then you're ready to make your own snowflakes. Let me show you some different ideas. So I'm going to start with my X. I'm going to make my line going across. And for this one, I think I'm going to make it a little bit trickier and make a hexagon. How can I make a hexagon? I'm just going to use my letter I, building blocks, and make a hexagon shape. Then I could even go around and do another set of lines. This is probably the trickiest snowflake to make, so don't worry if you can't do this one perfectly. And then once again, I think I need something at the end of my snowflake, so maybe I'll just put some more lines like that. And since I have some space down here, I'll do one more snowflake for right now. I'm going to start with my letter X and go straight across. And with the snowflake alphabet, your options really are endless. Like there's so many different ideas that I could think of. I could just go on forever and ever and ever and ever. So let me do my last snowflake. I think for this one, I'm going to start with another circle, an O in the middle. And then maybe I'll do some little letter Y's going off each side. It's really important when you do this that all your lines are touching. If your lines aren't touching, it's not going to look quite like a snowflake. And remember, I'm doing this in marker, but I would suggest you do this in pencil first, and then you can trace your lines. And I think this snowflake needs just a little bit more, maybe some little tiny circles right at the end. So that just gives you some quick ideas of how to make your snowflakes. Remember that the snowflake worksheet that I made for you will have all this information and even more ideas for you. I can't wait to see the beautiful snowflakes that you create. I'll see you guys soon.